All right, we are continuing on our tour with Radio 1 Broadcast School. We're here in Madison, Wisconsin at Midwest Family Broadcasting, and we're going to finish up by talking to a few more employees, so let's go. With me here is Lynette Hansen. She is the midday DJ on Magic 98, which is the #1 radio station in Madison currently. So hello, Lynette.
Hello.
I just want to talk to you a little bit about what you do as your on-air duties. So as a midday DJ, can you just kind of go through what you do every single day on the air, besides talk?
Besides talk, which I'm very good at. Well, I get in at 8 o'clock, and I head right to a production room so that no salespeople can bug me, none of my coworkers can bug me, and I hunker down with about 3 different newspapers, a bunch of different websites, and I print out my log every night before I leave so that I can plan out my entire show. You don't want to always talk about radio stuff. You don't always want to talk about things that are going on in the community. You got to kind of space it out, and the only way to do that is really organize it and make it sound like it's off the cuff. Magic 98, now with 2 daughters and a wife. My advice to Keith Urban is get a dog. Get a big male dog, and you will feel the power, my friend. Keith Urban would kiss a girl. My favorite thing about being an on-air DJ is most definitely using my name to be able to get involved with things outside of this building, different community outreach programs, the Rape Crisis Center in Madison. Push Pull Pedal is for the Children's Hospital in Milwaukee, where my nephew was for 4 months when he was born. So I get to use my name to MC great things and help raise money for things that actually mean a lot to me. So it's a wonderful kind of post-product of what happens here in the studio. We get to really be connected with the community in so many different ways that lots of people aren't able to otherwise.
This is Snuff here. He is the producer and the sports guy on the JJO Morning Show, and he also does sports on 93.1 Jams. Hi, Snuff.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good. We are here. We're just shooting a video for Radio 1 Broadcast School, and we want to know a little bit about what you do on a daily basis.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty busy, which I like. It makes every day kind of different. Typically, my day starts at work a little after 4 in the morning, believe it or not. So I'll come in and I'll kind of scan around, see what happened in sports the night before or throughout the morning. And I'll get all set up for the JJO Morning Show and then 93.1 Jams Morning Show as well. And also help some of our sister stations on the AM side as well. Get that all put together. And then the morning show starts here on JJO about 6. So I'll go on and I'll sit in with Johnny and Greg and Biatch. She's our news girl. And I'll sit in there with her. We'll go over various topics. And then I do sports at 7, 8, and 9 on JJO. So that keeps me pretty busy. And it's cool to hang out with those guys. We kind of have a strange group of people, which makes it interesting.
To say the least.
Yeah, to say the least. You know, Johnny's kind of the biker dude. Greg's kind of the old fuddy-duddy guy that still listens to Led Zeppelin, which is cool. Biatch is always trying to find the latest conspiracy theory, and I'm just the sports guy that likes to have fun and drink a beer and look at cute girls.
Good afternoon. Well, the wait is finally over. Carmelo Anthony played the game and won. The 4-time All-Star got his wish last night, being traded to the New York Knicks in a 9-player deal with the Denver Nuggets that continues the amassing of star players in major markets. So Anthony will now join fellow All-Star Amari Stoudemire to form a potent 1-2 scoring punch for New York. It involves a lot of players, a lot of teams, a lot of draft picks, and a lot of money.
Yeah, my favorite part of the job is actually when we do events and remotes. To kind of, you get out and you get to meet the people that are your listeners and things of that nature. And it's funny because most people usually say something like, "Wow, you don't look anything like I thought you would." And I always wonder, is that an insult?
He's a lot uglier.
Is that a compliment? Oh, I'm a lot uglier, the boss is over here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I just love to get out and meet people and let them know, hey, I'm just a regular guy that's got a cool job.
I'm here with Sarah Freeman. She's the music director for Q106.3, which is our country station here in Madison. Sarah, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what you do on a daily basis as far as your music director capabilities. So if you just want to talk a little bit about when you get in the morning, what are the steps you go through as a music director?
Okay, well, from the day before, we take a look at what songs didn't get played at the very end of the hour, because we want to put those songs back in the stack so they have another chance to get scheduled for the next day. And then the music programming that we use. It's called Selector. It's very old. It's pre-internet days even, but it's still kind of the industry standard. So we use Selector a lot, and you can program into it what kind of rules that you want this program to follow, such as artist separation. A lot of people love Kenny Chesney, but they don't want to hear him maybe every 20 minutes, so we make sure we have a rule in there that says Kenny Chesney has to be at least like 45 or 50 minutes apart from himself, two of his same songs. And make sure songs sort of rotate from one day part to another. For instance, we want to make sure listeners don't always hear the same song in Morning Drive day after day. If it's an older song, of course they're going to hear the current songs, maybe in the same part of the day, one day after the next. But older songs, we kind of try to make sure that they rotate from mornings into the midday part of the day, into afternoon drive, and so on.
Lastly, Sarah, what would you say is your favorite part of being a music director?
I like putting together the daily music logs. It's a lot like putting together a jigsaw puzzle every day, so it can be kind of frustrating, but it can be very challenging and very fun, all mixed into one bag.
Hi, I'm here with Zach Stein. He is the program director of our news department here. So he kind of oversees everything as far as all of the stations and the news that goes onto those stations. So hi, Zach. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, I act as a facilitator for the newsroom. I'm a news director. I look at the stories for the day, assign them to various reporters, try to make sure that we're on top of the stories. We have a big, when I come in, we're worried more about noon. We have a big show at noon. Once we do our Everything at Noon show, then we start thinking for the afternoon drive time, freshening up the stories, advancing the stories, doing follows, second angles, trying to see what's next. And then in the afternoon, we start looking ahead to the morning. So it's always a cycle. I'm always thinking a few steps ahead. Yeah, well, this is a news edit station over here right now. Lindsay Edgeworth, she's getting together a story she's working on. It's a different angle to all the chaos that's going on at the Capitol. There's some people in Kenosha that are looking for a recall of one of the state senators. So that's a new story that hasn't been told yet. And I try to find the new things. Over here is an anchor station where Dina Wright, our midday anchor, that's where this is a live chair. All the chairs are live, but we consider this the air chair over here where she will do her anchoring at 11 o'clock. This is a main point in the room where email comes through there. A lot of stuff happens in the anchor chair. That's where we hear a lot of breaking news. The anchors, they're also somebody that tells us what's going on. They're constantly monitoring breaking news.
Madison 1024, your forecast is on the way. Your top local story. Well, another day of protests at the state capitol. It remains open to the public, but security has been bumped up. And Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker says layoffs could go out as soon as next week. Notices for state employees, that is, if a bill eliminating collective bargaining rights isn't passed soon. The governor didn't say which workers would be targeted, but the layoffs would not take effect immediately. If you're planning on checking out the Badgers' annual spring scrimmage game at Camp Randall this year, the UW-Madison Athletic Department says they're going to be departing from tradition. This year's fans will have to pay to attend the game. Athletic Director Barry Alvarez says the $5 admission fee will benefit the School of Nursing's building project.
We are here with Ashley Kicks. She is the producer for Fish in the Morning on 93.1 Jams, which is, I would say, one of our more popular morning shows in the building. So as a producer, can you just talk a little bit about how you go about producing a morning show, maybe your daily tasks, because some might not know what that is?
Okay, well, our show, it's called Fish in the Morning, and it starts at 6 in the morning till 10, so I actually get here around like 4 a.m. in the morning. And you have to do a bunch of prep before the show, actually. So we have a couple mega prep services that we use, and we get all of our information from those. And I pull storylines, and then on top of storylines, I pull audio for each story, because some stories will have some good audio to play on air. So then we have to pull the audio, and then after that, I make sure it's all in the system. You have to put it in the system a certain way. And then after that, I will go into the studio. You have to make sure everything's ready for the host of the show. And so we have a certain thing we call an impossible question every day, certain things we do daily that we have to come up with ideas, and we bounce off back and forth, me and the host. And then also during the show, I will be back here and I run the board and also answer the phones and things like that. Do you feel better about yourself now, Fish, that you got it out there?
I'm just trying to help you.
It's not helping.
You
It's
paid.
very
It's
mean.
not
She
very
doesn't
mean.
need help.
Is
I
that
don't
mean?
think-
That's my main question, Mallory. Is that considered mean for me to say that?
Yes.
Hey, you paid for something. If I bought a shirt for $180
Like your bejeweled
bucks,
shirt that I told you looks horrible and you look like you're
Yeah.
on Jersey Shore.
and have I worn it around you since I wore that shirt?
Yeah, I've seen it on Facebook. You've worn it out
You're
a
on
couple times.
Facebook, but not around you because it bothers you.
Well, you know
I
what?
took your advice.
I'm not going to diet. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to put some sunglasses on your face, okay?
And Ashley, what is your favorite part about being a producer for a morning show?
I actually, there's a lot of different things I like. I actually like being in the know about things. You get to, literally when you come in, there's all this prep that you have to go through, and you're usually the first to know about certain celebrity things that go on, or the news, breaking news, and I think that's really interesting, and you're the first, in the morning, sometimes the first people that hear you on air, you're the breaking the news to them. I think that's kind of neat.
Wherever you want to go in radio, we'll help you get there. Learn it all at Radio 1 Broadcast School, La Crosse, Wisconsin. A quality broadcast education, affordable tuition, small class sizes, hands-on training, personal attention in a fun, real radio setting. For more info, visit radio1school.com or call us at 800-889-2221.